report that we handed out to you this evening before the meeting, and as is typical, we've given you an indication of tonight's meeting. I did want to point out that we note that you did review the projects from the UCC members. As we noted, this was the second go-around of this project, and in fact, we've added to the director's report an article that was included in Downtown Idea Exchange, publication that goes out to a large number of jurisdictions. I'm not quite sure if it's state or how far it goes, but it is a national publication, and it does discuss this program in the first go round and what it has meant to the community. And I think that's really something that we need to kind of acknowledge Virginia for all her hard work in working on this program. We had told you at the last meeting that the facade grant program had gendered 8 applications. 7 of those had been approved. The 8th one was approved last week by the Historic Resource Review Committee. And you're already starting to see some of that work occur in the downtown area with some cleanup, some painting, new awnings, doorways, etc. So that's been a real boom, I think, for the area. At the City Council meeting last Monday night, the Council provided direction on membership makeup, which, as you know, has been under discussion and consideration for some time, and in fact they've kind of held off acting on a couple of the membership on the Planning Commission until this was worked out. In terms of your commission, what they did indicate is they're going to retain the Planning Commission at 7 members, 6 of which are to be city residents, and the 1 can be a non-city residence but a residence within the urban growth boundary. And also right now the municipal code requires that there are 2 ex officio non-voting members of the Planning Commission. That's never really been utilized, and so that portion will be eliminated. The community development
Eliminated, you said?
the 2 ex officio members, so they'll no longer be in the municipal code. The Community Development Department again had a booth at the Umpqua Valley Home and Garden Show at the Douglas County Fairgrounds over the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We manned a booth out there. We responded to a variety of questions. The most popular question had to do with the 2010 census, which is very appropriate, being those forms, I understand, are in the mail, and the census day, I believe, is April 10th. And the second most asked question was about annexation. There were also a variety of questions on historic preservation, downtown redevelopment, the waterfront plan, 138, number of items that we've noted in your report. Brian Davis, Community Development Director, has been appointed by the Department of Land Conservation and Development to serve on a committee that is looking at updating Goal 9 of the statewide planning goals, and that's the goal that deals with economy. Revenue zone bonds are being looked at for different projects that could utilize those. If you want some details on that, you could contact our office. This has to do with the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act, and the county has identified Douglas County is participating in that, and there are several projects which may be able to take advantage of that program. Notable projects, we have 2 tenant improvements that are going to occur at the Steelhead Run development on Garden Valley, between Garden Valley off from Stewart Parkway and kitty corner from where Fred Myers is, as well as Fir Grove Elementary School is going to be putting a new sign. There were several other smaller projects, but these were a couple that we thought were of note. The Waterfront Plan Citizen Advisory Committee has scheduled their next round of meetings. The Citizen Advisory Committee itself will be meeting at 2 o'clock on the 31st at the Ford Room at the library, and then there will be a public forum that very evening starting at 6:30, where the consultants will be again refining and presenting the master plan for that area. And finally, I've provided a letter to Commissioner Hughes, Chair Hughes, about a sustainability committee that is being formed, and he is being asked to identify an individual on the Planning Commission to serve on that. So with that, I think that's all that we have from staff at this point.
You have an alternate necessary for the
yeah, that's business from the commission.
Commissions.
If you, as you recall at the last meeting, Commissioner McDonald isn't here this evening, but he will be away on leave for an extended period of time in June and July. And like the Bicycle Pedestrian Committee, you did identify an alternate to serve on that committee, and he's suggesting you might want to do that for the Highway 138 Commission, and you asked that we actually agendize this for this meeting.
Thoughts?
I can serve.
Works for me.
Figures so.
Very good. How about Sustainability Committee?
I would take the step on that one.
Very good. Yes, I'm going to be a little incapacitated for a few months, so I don't know that I would be appropriate for either one of these. Anyway, okay. Anything else that you'd like to ask of staff? How about business from the commission? The issues that were going on with the, what was the buildable lands inventory, the demand, the stuff, population projections and whatnot, where is that?
The LUBA did remand the population forecast information back to the city, and the city is gathering and collecting data and getting ready to respond to that remand. As you know, there's some other things going on, and so we're trying to gather all the information before a final decision is made on how we proceed. But once the population number has been worked out and is in final form, then what we'll be doing is coming back to the Planning Commission to actually look at developing some land use designations for those expansion areas that were identified by the council.